Hello everyone. We are batch 18P32. I'm Chandana Suresh.
I'm Tejaswini.
I am Mahesh.
I'm Harshit.
The title of our project is IoT based human safety monitoring system. Our project guide is Professor Mahesh K. In this presentation, we are going to present you about the ideas that we have come up with for our project, and we are going to propose our project through our ideas. So let's begin introducing our project. Mahesh, over to you.
So, why do people earn money? To lead a rich life and safe life. Now, let us consider a safe life. It's one of the important things for human. So, there are many ways that causes threat to human life. One of the way is like kidnap, murder, and another way is like cardiac arrest and some other health issues. So, and also nowadays there is an increased crime rate in India day by day, and technology also improvising day by day. And UP stands number one in India for crime rate, like 50.2%. So there is a need for the field of technology to come up with a device to monitor the safety of human. So there are some softwares like Android app for human, like they trigger themselves. Uh, they sends alert message to police and provided some other phone numbers which is already registered, and it also alerts the surrounding with a beep sound once triggered. There are some safety wearable devices which protect human with the touch of a button. In some cases, users cannot trigger by himself, so there is a system that automatically triggers itself. So let us move on to objectives. It is explained by Tejaswini.
Thank you, Mahesh. I will continue with objective of our system. The first objective is to continuously detect and monitor the sensor variables. Here we are planning to use four types of sensing modules, namely pulse, flex, motion, and temperature. Our proposed system not only monitors the safety of the person but also health condition using pulse rate and body temperature. Second objective is to enable automatic triggering of the device when there is threat to life. There will be continuous detection in pulse rate. If the data from sensors exceed the threshold value, immediately the system is triggered automatically. It is used to enable automatic triggering of the device when there is threat to life. The third objective is to track the location of the user using GPS. An alert message is sent to the guardian along with the location coordinates of the user. There is no need of external support. Last objective is to alert surrounding people to call for help with a buzzer. Next, moving on to the existing system. The existing system uses Arduino 2560 as main microcontroller. The system has sensing module which consists of sensors, and the data from the sensors will be sent to Arduino for processing purpose. The location module has GPS device to locate the coordinates of the user. The device is activated only when the user presses the triggering button. Triggering can be done in three modes. If the button is pressed one time, an alert message is sent like please help me, I'm in danger. If it triggers twice, an alert message plus audio will be sent to the guardian. Lastly, if he long press the button, an immediate call will be sent to the police. Further slides will be explained by Arshit. Thank you.
Moving on with the methodology, we'll be discussing about the sensors used in the system. So, namely, we use four different types of sensors here. One is the flex sensor, the other one is temperature, the other is the heart rate monitor, and there is something called MEMS. It is used to measure physical parameters like acceleration and stuff. It is a micro electromechanical system. So when tilt is applied to the sensors, it suspends the amount of tilt applied will be measured by this. So the methodology flows like this: when these sensors reach a certain threshold, the device will be triggered. So an alert message will be sent along with location coordinates to the help centers and care centers nearby. And a buzzer is included in the system when the device triggers in order to let know the people around the victim. A buzzer is included here. So and the location details gets updated every few seconds, so the help center people can track the victim easily. So this location system will be like the location details will be calculated by a GPS module and will be sent to the care centers using a GSM module. And this collection of sensors is something called a wireless sensor network, and this data gets gathered from the Arduino device and gets transferred through this WSN. So the WSN acts like a bridge between the system and the network. Move on with the system architecture. As we said, there are a bunch of sensors here. One is the pulse sensor to detect the heart rate, and a temperature sensor to measure temperature, and MEMS, as told, a GPS system to calculate location details, a buzzer, and flex sensor, and the WSN. All these things are connected to the Arduino, and the whole system is run by a rechargeable battery. This is all about the system architecture, and the further slide will be explained by Chandana.
Here comes the advantages of the proposed system. The first advantage is the proposed system is a wearable device. That means our proposed system will be portable. As for the next advantage, automatic triggering of the system will be made available. So this automatic triggering was a great drawback in the existing system where the user has to manually trigger the system. So why is this automatic triggering required is, at some situations, the user won't be in a state. He might be unconscious or he might not be able to manually trigger the system. So in such scenarios, this automatic triggering will become the most desirable requirement. So if we include this requirement into our proposed system, it will be a great advantage. Moving on to the next advantage, pulse rate and body temperature of the user is monitored. The additional functionality that our proposed system will provide is monitoring the health condition of the user, where the pulse rate and body temperature are the most basic parameters to conclude a person's health. So using these two parameters, the health conditions of the user might be monitored to greater extent. Moving on to the next advantage, the location of the user is frequently updated. So why is this frequently updation of the location of the user is required is so that he could be tracked easily when the system is triggered and the location of the user is sent to guardian or police. So this will also become a great advantage if it is included. As for the last advantage we want to achieve is emergency button for manual activation. Here the question may rise, when there is already automatic triggering which we are going to enable in our proposed system, why is there a requirement for the emergency button to be present? So there is a requirement. Why? Because the automatic triggering only happens when certain conditions are met, when certain circumstances occur, when certain scenarios happen. If these conditions are fail to be met, then the automatic triggering will not happen. So at that time, if the user want to really seek help, there should be an emergency button present which could automatically trigger the system so that he could seek help. So by this, I conclude my presentation. We thank you all for your presence, for your time, and for your attention. And now we are open to your questions. Thank you so much.